Hi guys, it's Kayla here again with another process video, this time using Plk Layla, but I have mixed in I think a few things from the other kits. You'll see and I'll mention it as I go along. So here, as you can see, I've picked out my cards already using a mixture of the cut parts and the pre-cut cards, and I'm using the paint from the BPK, which is the Tangerine Dina Wakley paint, and I'm using a Kayla stencil, which is like some plus signs just to add some texture. It's a heavy body paint, so yeah, I just did a little bit of it and then left it for a while to dry. I cleaned the stencil as well because otherwise I have a few stencils where I've done this and it's dried up and been like, yeah, you just can't remove it from the stencil afterwards, so I've just used a baby wipe just to clean that up, and I'm working on a plastic bag. So I set that aside to dry, and I really do apologise because you can see a little bit of sun shining in from my window. I scrapbook in my bedroom, and the only place that my desk goes is right in front of a desk, right in front of a window, and it shines really bright. It's only like an hour of the day where it is good sunlight, and that hour is like 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and that happens to be when my son does not want me up here. So I apologise about that. I'm just adding some gold lame, I don't know what it's called, the gold Hardy colour shine and the black one just to those cards. Usually I do this before a video, and today I thought no, I'll do it on video because I've already picked up the cards and went around them with black pen, so I do need to leave some things for the video. Oh, pardon. This was the week that my nephew was born, and so it was exciting to scrapbook. And so what I'm doing at the moment, and I didn't realise this was off camera, is I used a thumb knot punch from Memory Keepers, and it creates a little notch. And the reason I did this is because I put a card behind there, and that is a way of adding some hidden journaling to your layout. So the thumb notch means that people can see there is something behind there, and I did end up adding a tab as well, which was another punch I think from Jenny Boland, just so you've got something to pull it by. And considering this is on the other side of the layout that will be behind a pocket, I'll just cut a slit in that with a scalpel and pop it through, just so you can see that and pull it out. So there's always a way to do things. So I've just punched a tab there, and I'm going to use my tiny attacher just to staple that on. And I don't know if you see at the end me writing on it, but I definitely write about how exciting it is to be an auntie again. This is the first time I'm an auntie to a boy. I've only got a niece, so now I have a niece and a nephew to spoil. Of course I've got a son as well, so he'll be excited when Ruben grows up a little. I think there's 17 or 18 months between them, so there's not a lot of time between them. So as they get older, I think when my son's about 5, they're going to be like best friends, I reckon, which would be super cool. So I picked through some of the ephemera and chose which pieces I liked the most for this page, and I'm just adding them here and there. And I like this bottom picture the most of my nephew in his crib, and I think that one said like special delivery, and I just thought that was really cute. And that little star which I stapled on, I did see after I created this spread, I saw Nay's process video and she took it off the stick, and I wish I'd done that. I mean, the stick was annoying me, but I left it on. So I'm just picking through the embellishments, trying to find things that match and will work with what I've got. I loved the 2 bottom hand left photos of me and Ruben. I don't often get behind the camera as much as I should, and I don't have nice pictures of me and Chloe when she's little, so it was nice to have some with Ruben. I added one of these rubber charms from the BPK, which are from Pink Fresh Studio, and I just thought that was super cute because he was being cheeky. I'm just trying to think of what he was doing. This is what when you like don't keep up to date with Project Life and you forget. So I'm just adding some twine because I don't like tags unfinished, so to speak. I just can't handle it. So I had to add some twine, and it came out in a really nice bow for once, which is a struggle for me. I quite often get really weird looking bows that don't sit right. But I think he was just being cheeky behind the camera, so I snapped a photo of it. And now I'm adding a vellum heart to that photo of Ruben because he's wearing a little green onesie, which I think was actually one of Elijah's when he was a baby. Like he wasn't in a 4-0 for very long at all. I had a chubba bubba, but Ruben was actually not far off being the same, so they're pretty much the same size. But yeah, it was exciting. It was like holding a little Elijah again, except they look completely different. But yeah, and now I'm going to try and work on my title card because I was getting impatient waiting for that paint to dry, so I just worked over wet paint. It doesn't bother me. And I'm adding some of those sequins that were in the kit. They were a bit daunting for me to try at first because they're so bold, but I really like how it turned out. I wanted this flamingo on there and that rubber charm. I was looking at Nay's process video and I love how her Project Life spread turned out. We have such different styles, and oh my god, I wish I could scrapbook half as, or like Project Life half as good as she could. But yeah, I'm just still a beginner in somewhat ways, but I'm adding some 3D foam tape to the flamingo and popping her, I'm going to say her because she's pink, up a little bit on this title card, and going to add the boo and then stick that on there. Now I probably should have, in retrospect, have added the title before I went ahead and stuck all this down because I had to kind of work around it. And just a word of warning, with these gilded chipboard thickers, I don't know about everyone else's packs, but they are not very sticky, so add extra glue. I popped out all the ones I needed, didn't realise the one had fallen off, so you can see that there, but I do move it later on. And yeah, so because they weren't very sticky, I had to like pick them up and move them, which the paint wasn't dry, so I did smudge it a little, but that's alright. It's not the end of the world. So I'm just adding some glue now to the thickers just to make sure they stay put, because chipboard thickers are notorious for losing their adhesive. I really don't know, because I've been a scrapbooker for over 10 years now, and thickers have been about since I began scrapbooking, and American Crafts must have had that many complaints, seriously, and the adhesive really has not improved. And yeah, I just think, you know, how they charge like, I don't know what a packet of thickers is, like $8 or $9 these days, and they should have good quality adhesives. That's just my opinion. But anyway, back to the Project Life spread before I rant on like a politician. So yeah, that's my title card, and I was happy to get that done. I am a little bit fearful of title cards. I never know where to begin with them, so I'm glad when they're done, because I feel like I can move on with the rest of my spread when they're finished. And now I've got my Pebbles Ink special delivery little boy stamp out, and I just wanted to add the date to that card, which happened to be Ruben's birthday, and I just wanted to document that down and make sure that date was on the page, because when I look back at this eventually, we probably will always remember Ruben's birthday, but it's just good to have that down. And then I think I might have gone back and added the little word one that says sweet, and I added another one to the grey card because they were cute. And I think that one says it's a boy. So they were really appropriate stamps for this week's spread. And now I'm going to journal on this card. And yeah, I know if you're watching this that I hold a pen completely incorrect, and I've just got this vision of my grade 2 and 3 teacher like yelling at me about it, because I remember like handwriting lessons in school, and I still have nightmares. But anyway, it's probably why my writing looks so messy, but I am waiting because my typewriter is broken and my housemate, who's also my best friend, won't let me buy a new one because he said that's what I'm getting for my birthday this year, which is in December. So yeah, I'm waiting because I hate my handwriting. I really, really hate it. But anyway, that card's done and it's journaled on, so that's fine. And now I'm just going to add some enamel dots out of the BPK kit because they're cute. They're the sprinkles ones. And then I added some more of these sequin bits because I really wanted to like anchor that because it's in the top right hand side. I thought I'd put it in the bottom left as well. Don't know about that little arrow I put on there. I'm still unsure about that. And then I added some balloons to the card with Ruben's little crib certificate because I just thought that was cute and went well with the theme. Now I'm trying to find somewhere to put that little blue heart. Well, it's kind of big heart actually. And I used a staple to staple that, which I ended up stapling again because it like moved a bit. So I go back along there with the staple later on. But I'm just going to adhere that trio of balloons with some of my tape runner. I love how Nay did her spread and she used the balloons and then put the bow on the bottom. That was super cute. I know there's a lot of pink on this layout too for a layout about, well, not about, but it's the week that Ruben was born, but I don't see it as like Ruben's book. It's not, it's my general project life one, so while it does celebrate the birth of Ruben, it's still my book, so I can be as girly as I like, and that's how I feel about it. I mean, my project life is the place where I can be girly because I only have a son. I live in a house full of boys. I have a son, there's Elijah's father, and then there's my housemate, best friend, who's also a male. So I live in a house full of boys, and this is my girly time. Adding some more of those enamel dots, and might I add, I also wanted to make, it was funny because Nay said it in her video and I just wanted to point it out because I thought exactly the same thing. The Tiny Word stickers that come in the BPK, which are from Studio Calico Amelia collection, I think, they do stand out insane because they're hot pink, but I don't mind so much. It's done and yeah, they're like crazy pink. But yeah, that's alright. Just adding some Kayla rhinestones. This is the first time we've been able to get these for the kit. So we have always been able to get them, but it's the first time we've put them in the kits. And for some reason, this picture I'm doing right now is actually a picture of my online groceries being delivered, because I think it might have been the first time I'd had them delivered, and I was like so excited about it. Just because healthy eating and don't like to get intimidated by impulse purchases at the shop, so I have my groceries delivered. But yeah, I just put the ephemera piece that says be real because that is real life. It's kind of one of those pictures that you wouldn't scrapbook but you put in your project life because there's lots of those. I don't want to have all perfect pictures in my project life. There's lots of everyday pictures that I wouldn't scrapbook, but they sort of show a little bit about what we get up to, like that little one second from the left on the left hand side is just us playing Yahtzee one night, so I wouldn't scrapbook that. Or the candle burning in my room, I wouldn't scrapbook that either. But yeah, it's a good time to sort of get a way to showcase those everyday pictures, and that's what is important about project life. And now I'm just adhering the sequins down, and then I think the spread is finished almost, and then I'll give you some close-ups of the layout. I was having a lot of trouble with this particular glue when I was sticking down the sequins, so it sort of all splurted out everywhere. So I just sort of skipped ahead a little bit there, and I am pretty sure that I'm almost done, and you're going to get a close-up of the cards. So I'm just adding a couple of my Silhouette Cameo cuts that I did in bulk when I had my machine out. So here's a close-up of the title card and a couple of my favourite cards from the whole spread. I really hope you enjoyed watching this process video, and I'll be back again soon with some more process videos using the August kits. Thanks for watching. Bye!